Create engaging word unscramble activities that reinforce vocabulary, spelling, terminology, and concept mastery across any subject with Word Jumble in AulaViva. Here's how. First, log into your account, click on the Games button in the sidebar, then click on the drop-down box and select the game you wish to start. Scroll down to Word Jumble and click Continue. This brings up your builder. You have a few buttons. The back button will take you to your game list. You can delete the game, you can save it, and you can preview it as a student. You can also select the option to share this to your teacher shared library. You can start by titling your assignment and selecting a theme. You can give students a time per round. You can allow 1 hint per item. You can select whether you want a language other than English, which will show an accent box to the student, and you select which accented language letters you'd like, as well as whether you'd like the required accents to match exactly as you type them in the teacher builder. You can add items. First, we will have students conjugate AR verbs in Spanish. Los chicos, I will put in a blank to show where the answer goes. Mucho, I will add what I want them to conjugate in parentheses here. How you set up the prompt is completely up to your content area. I'm using Spanish as the example. The correct answer, once conjugated, would be hablan. And you can add optional distractor tiles. If I want to put in hablo, I would put in a comma to separate other options. Hablas, another comma, hablamos, and then I can add a point value to that question. I can also use the quick add function by putting in, I will use this as an example, the items in the order as a format here. First your prompt, then your answer, then your distractor tiles, and the point value for this question. And you can do the same for the next line and copy that same format. For example, if I said la chica, now this changes the answer to la chica habla, distractor tile, hablo, points 7. Now it adds the items into that spot, and then you can click save, preview. So the student would have los chicos, and I have the scrambled letters in there with my distractor tiles as well. So that's why there are so many letters. And then they can type in hablan, check the answer. Nice job, that's correct. They have accrued 10 points so far. They can restart or they can go to the next one. Los chicos hablan. I'm going to get this one wrong. Check my answer. Not quite. Try again. You still have one more attempt. Hablan. Check. Nice job. Now the score has been updated and I can click next. And finally, la chica habla. Check my answer and I've won 32 out of 32 points. Click finish. In this case, we have a back to builder because I'm in teacher view. Students do not have a back to builder. That is how you set up a word jumble in AulaViva.